Hello everyone, and welcome back to the altars. We just spent some time in a, at least to me, unknown space, talking to some version of ourselves, without learning a whole lot. We did get confirmation that the quantum computer deliberately gave us the last oxygen to make sure we were the ones to survive the landing, because it thought we'd have the biggest chances at survival. Or no, not at survival, at mission success. That's what the quantum computer apparently optimizes for. So... and it told us, instead of focusing on our choices and our mistakes, to change our perspective, and I have absolutely no idea what that means. I'm back. Oh yeah, and obviously there's maybe we'll find out what happened here, but we have no way of knowing if we're still even the same Jan that went under the knife in the womb. Let's say I'm back.
Looks like I'm back. It does. And well, you're cognizant. You've been shaking on that bed for an hour. I was honestly worried about the choice of settings I applied in that program. No.
What did you do?
I think you did everything right. So, did it work? You look the same. Did anything change?
Did we do some kind of quantum therapy? We woke up in this room, right? So we never left. I don't know if anything changed.
No. I don't think so. It's still me.
But you wouldn't be able to tell, right?
Time, everything has changed. So, what happened?
The same way I can't 100% tell when I wake up if I'm still the same consciousness that went to sleep in the evening. But Jan obviously has more reasons to believe that he isn't than I have. I met myself.
I met myself. Another one? No, not like you. He was me, but he knew things. Things I probably always knew, but didn't see somehow. It's called the subconscious, Jan. Yeah,
Okay, so...
I guess it is. So, my subconscious told me that instead of trying to fix my old life, I should try and take something good from what I messed up. It was very comforting. I'm sure it was. Did your subconscious by any chance mention how we could get out of here? Yeah. We should look for the rebels.
What do you mean, rebels?
The rebels. Do you really believe they're still alive?
Did he say that? I thought he said to look to the light. My subconscious seems to believe it. Was it really only my subconscious? Or did the quantum computer have a hand? I wonder if the quantum computer is intrinsically connected to the womb and to the whole... Yeah, right? We had to install the quantum computer hacking chip to do this in the first place. So I'm wondering how much of what happened was us interacting with our subconscious versus us interacting with something more, something that maybe exists in, like, you know, a quantum plane, alternate universe. Yeah, but my subconscious seems to believe that the rebels are still alive.
My subconscious seems to believe it. Well, that vehicle is definitely more maneuverable than our base. He said something about noticing the light.
Yeah.
Did that make any sense to you? The light? Seriously? We risk everything to alter your mind, and all you come back with is a cliched epiphany about following the light? Doesn't the tur emit any light? Probably. But
in case you haven't noticed, there's a sandstorm raging outside. We'd never be able to see anything even if we had the most high-end... Wait a minute.
What? Tell me.
Low-frequency electromagnetic waves detection.
Oh, now you're confusing me.
That could be it. Yeah, the navigation system. It can be switched into an auxiliary mode, tracing any interferences in electromagnetic wavelength. And that means if there was a source of artificial light somewhere nearby, the sensors could be able to locate it.
And follow it.
Right. If the technician really did find a way through the storm and the tour vehicle is not too far away, it could be worth a try.
Do they have no
Your
communication on that thing?
subconscious might actually be a genius.
Oh, you never doubted that, did you?
You gained a new perspective. You had a long, hard talk with yourself about your past choices. Looking for a way out of a blind alley, you learned that instead of trying to be perfect, you can accept the decisions you regret and open up to wherever they lead you. Excuse me. New task, notice the light. There might be a light somewhere in the storm. I should try to follow it. Set the base navigation system to track the light source. Base navigation, change the navigation system to follow the light.
We're out of the storm. I don't want to be disproportionately enthusiastic, but it seems like our idea worked.
Our idea?
Yes, we brainstormed, didn't we?
Sure. Shouldn't it be here? The exploration vehicle?
We're close to the rendezvous point. It can't be far.
Oh, I see what we did. For some reason it didn't track for me that, yeah, our problem was we couldn't find a way out of the storm, and we just assumed, as day 68 comes up, that that they did in the exploration vehicle. Where the hell are we? Cool. It looks like kind of like tree trunks. Maybe it's a mix of stone and maybe something with carbon. Let's check the communication room. I know we're back on the daily schedule, but makes sense to advance the plot early. Oh, it's Agatha. Alright, here goes.
Hello? This is Jan Dolsky.
Jan, you're alive. Well, thank goodness. We'd lost hope completely. Now, let's get you out of there. I want a full rundown of the situation.
There was a sandstorm and all kinds of trouble. But I'm back online, and I think I'm finally at my destination. Are you in charge of the rescue now?
Yes, I am. Dr. Maxwell will not be a problem anymore.
Uh-oh.
Discharged from his duties with immediate effect.
What about Lucas?
Mr. Pena displayed a reprehensible lack of loyalty to his employer, and he will suffer the consequences. For the time being, we've cut all communications with his station. A replacement is on the way. Of course, he'd been Maxwell's close associate for a long time. We could have predicted that if one goes astray, the other would follow. In a way, I can imagine how dealing with both of them might have had a seductive effect on you. But personally, I have to say, it breaks my heart that you let them pull you into that lunacy.
I mean, I was only following orders. Maxwell saved my life and Rapidium. He did. I'm still not sure if it can be excused, right? What he did and what he made us do and what we did. But yeah. Maxwell did save our life, and he's the reason why we now have a chance to bring Rapidium to Earth.
Maxwell saved my life. And without his help, there'd be no Rapidium for you to retrieve.
Let's leave those explanations, feasible or not, for later. The details of your mission will be subject to a thorough investigation, and I'm sure you'll get a chance to speak up for yourself. You should know, however, that Dr. Maxwell was trying to use you and the success of your mission to revive a regrettable procedure.
Are you going to tell me more? Because I really want to know the specifics of what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I suspected as much.
So, I suppose that means he shared some of those pseudo-philosophical ideas of his with you. I'm sure he never told you the truth about why we shut down his hideous experiments.
He and Lucas shared a theory about it.
Let me guess. Was it a heart-wrenching tale of how the corporation didn't acknowledge a true genius?
Can you just tell me your version?
Yeah.
It's not a version. It's what actually happened. Facts easily verifiable, if you ever had the need to do it. Of course, the details of the case have never been disclosed to the public. No wonder. It would make the company look very bad if it ever got out.
Yeah, that much we
So
suspect.
what happened?
One of Maxwell's test subjects, a soldier, ran away from his lab and committed suicide in one of our offices. Although the word suicide doesn't quite give the act proper justice, he basically ripped himself to pieces with his bare hands. People were watching. Security cameras caught it. Otherwise,
Okay.
I wouldn't have believed it.
Why?
What? But why?
Exactly. Why? Turns out there was a lot going on in Maxwell's lab. we
I'm
didn't
assuming
know
they
about.
fucked with his head.
He altered people's minds as if they were machines. Made them switch personalities. Enforced inconsistent memories on them, only to erase them and try again. Every time, the procedure left a trace in those soldiers' minds. Left them more and more confused about who they are. His documentation revealed horrendous things. Records of overlapping flashes from contradictory realities. Nightmares, panic attacks, identity disorders. None of it ever reported by Maxwell. He kept the truth hidden so that he could continue his work, no matter what the cost. Driven by some irrational obsession to enhance the human cognitive system.
I 100% believe that. And I also 100% believe that Maxwell probably thinks that he was doing it for the greater good. Why is he still working for you is a good question. Because I was wondering that myself when we talked about the possibility that maybe the mining operations were sabotaged by Ally Corp, which I don't think they were.
Wait, so why the hell is he still working for you? Shouldn't he have faced trial for all that?
Of course he should, in a perfect world. But when the
Alright,
stakes are
they...
high, nothing's simple,
Yeah.
Jan. If you've spent years building a company's reputation, you cannot afford to lose it overnight because of one rogue individual. Trust me. The situation was handled with utmost delicacy. The veterans were placed in mental health institutions, where they received professional help, and their families received fair compensation.
And Maxwell got demoted to mining ops.
Apparently, that was not enough to contain him. Given the first chance, he decided to resurrect his project without permission. With you, as his unknowing assistant.
Rapidium could let him avoid those cruel methods. I almost believed that for a second, but then I realized what that means is basically creating more alters, and that's not really any better, right? I mean, I guess it is, because you aren't also repeatedly killing the conscious and the people. So yeah, but it's madness either way.
That's just sheer madness, and to think he tried to convince me to trust him. I'm so glad I didn't.
He convinced you into enough wrongdoing. Creating those copies of yourself. It is a prohibited act, both by law and the rules of bioethics.
And rightfully
I know
so.
you were coaxed to do it. And whatever your true motives, it did help you secure Rapidium. That's why I am giving you a chance to redeem yourself. Forget about Maxwell. Wipe
I'm not
the
gonna
slate
like this,
clean.
probably.
From now on, you're to follow my instructions closely. Mine and only mine. And we'll have no secrets from each other anymore. Do we have a deal?
Just get me out of here.
Of course. I'll need you to do two things for me. One, construct a beacon for the rescue ship, so that they can locate you precisely.
And two?
Two is a little more complicated. You see, the rescue team cannot find out about your alters, as you call them.
So
Why?
Safety reasons. You know how it is. The more pairs of eyes see them, the more mouths will need to be controlled. And if the public is to be informed about this byproduct of your mission, it is best that it happens by means of an official corporate communication channel.
that is true.
It's enough that your ex-wife knows. And now, also Dr. Paulson, it seems.
Yeah, Dr. Paulson was the person that suggested the nanomachine brain implant treatment. Yeah, I mean, I don't like this lady. I don't think my interests are 100% aligned with Ally Corp, but I believe what he's saying about Maxwell's research, and after everything and how much time we spent thinking about the ethics of this whole procedure, all the branching and the Altus Rapidium womb creating, none of this should happen, right? There is no ethical way, Rapidium or not, to mess with consciousnesses like that. Let's ask who Dr. Paulson is, because the other answer is needlessly confrontational.
Paulson? Who is this guy anyway?
One of our top bioengineers. Don't ask me how Lena managed to get him involved in curing those creations of yours.
I never asked for that.
Don't worry. We'll keep them both out of the way during your trial. But trust me, it's better for everyone if no more people find out. So, you'll have to smuggle your alters onto the ship somehow.
How am I supposed to do that?
Remember, the rescue team will be fully committed to retrieving Rapidium. They do not expect to find anyone other than you down there. So all you need to do is be smart about it and use their distraction to your advantage.
what does that
Fail
mean?
to fulfill those conditions and I cannot guarantee the safety of your companions.
Seriously?
I've received information about the time of the rescue ship's arrival. They will land just before the sun rises on your planet. So, it will need to be a swift and well-organized boarding procedure. I'll contact you again shortly before they arrive. Start with setting up that beacon. And let's make history together, Jan.
Okay, lots to unpack. First, sounds like there's a chance that our alters can make it at least to Earth if we manage to keep them hidden. Second, she said, against bioethics and against the law, and that we'd have to stand trial. I'm wondering, like, I think I asked at least once before about, are there countries? Is there like United Earth Federation? Whose court am I going to stand in, and does it have authority over whatever's happening on this planet? Should we? Let's check production. We're supposed to be crafting a beacon. We don't have enough. We do have enough resources to do that. Any other tasks? Maybe another Rubidium arc? Let's check outside. Ooh. Shall we explore some? Wow, our base is a lot bigger than it was when we started. Neat. Alright. I can start... Oh, who are you? You're a big one, I think. We can start using our illuminator more aggressively because...
Those rocks, they're shaped like trees. What are they really?
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if they were maybe related to some kind of carbon entity. To finish my thought, we no longer have to spend... Yes, we no longer have to spend... Yes, we no longer have to spend... Yes, we no longer have to spend battery charge for climbing, because we got the upgrade. And it seems like the anomalies here are even more aggressive than on the other places. So a good thing we did. We can do a high climb there. I think the first thing we need to find is metal and organics. Let's put a organics outpost down here. Let's grab our polygonal scanner. Wait, are we? Yeah, we're already in the correct area. And we should also probably... Can I get one more? Maybe even one more anomaly out of that before recharging? Maybe this guy? Yep. Let's recharge. And grab the scanner. Huge. Let's do one scan wave to figure out the general direction over there. Probably up on that ledge, if I had to guess. Yeah, looks like it. Scan wave is 2. I should remember the keyboard shortcuts. Even further up? I think. Wait, I thought we didn't unlock climbing yet. I said to wait with that until we don't have the probe upgrades either. I've been lying the whole time. Okay, we're getting free climbing, I think, next. For some reason I thought we had it already. Yeah, I'm grabbing it. I've seen enough of this landing site to know that I'm gonna make good use of it. But for now, let's go around in order to not waste energy. Nope. We have to remove a rock blockade and... Never mind. Disregard everything I've said. We're going to spend 1 energy to get up here. And now... Surely we find the correct place to place our outpost. And I think we want to make it an auto outpost for organics. The advanced one I want to keep for... Yep, here we go. Very, very, very close. Okay. Very hot. Colder.
Can't do this without resources. Should I move on to this now?
Yeah. I don't get it. Here? Right here? Yeah, okay. Automatic outpost. And how do we connect? Probably... if we can, we want to connect through here, because it would be the shortest way, but I'm not sure it actually does. And let's make sure while we are still short on resources we pick up. What's this? Can we pick up this? No. The loose stuff on the ground. Let's check out if we can't use our pylons straight through this. Nope. Looks like that's purposefully designed to stop that. Okay. While we're here, let's check up what's going on here. Whoa!
I need to get there.
Is that them? Looks like there is luggage. Wait, can I use this to zoom? Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Why is there... Huh. Maybe there used to be a bridge here? And maybe there will be one, I'm guessing. I wanted to say there's a landing pod there with a suitcase. And they have an outpost set up. Interesting. Can we use this somehow? Can we maybe place a pylon here? No? Yes? What if we make it a pylon hub? That could work, right? Placing a pylon hub here to connect to the base? I think that's a good idea. But barely connected. Alright. And if we ever want to... Let's remove this pylon. To keep it tidy. Yeah, I wonder if we're restoring the bridge here or something like that. Let's retrieve view. And wait, where's the drop? How far are we on free climbing? Here we go. I think I should only need one more pylon to connect. Building mode, pylon. Come on. Close, but maybe... Oh! It would connect, but I can't place it anywhere where it would. The only place where it would connect, I can't place pylons. Maybe I should place another big one? No, let's just place 2 small ones. We have 31 pylon components, we shouldn't be too frugal. Alright, that is up and running. I want to find maybe another outpost with metal, preferably enriched. But I'm fine with normal for now. Oh, once again we can see the tire marks that we left, so we came from there. Check this out first. That looks like a Rupidium situation. What's up here? A climb. How far along are we? Still 2 more hours until free climbing. There goes another battery charge. Okay, I went in a circle and spent 1 battery charge to do it. LMAO got him. And this way is the trail we left when we came. Let's see what's down there. So I think I didn't mention it because I was thinking about something else at the time, but I think at some point in the base while we were on the journey we could see this thing can actually bounce up and down quite a lot, so
Tire tracks.
it does
Must
make
be the
sense.
tour vehicle.
Wait,
At
I
least
thought that's
know which way they
our.
went.
I thought that's our tire tracks. Am I confused? I was going to say that let's spend another charge. That is our track. Was he remarking, is there another set of tracks? I was going to say that that thing can traverse terrain quite well, so it makes sense that it would be able to jump up this, I guess, 5 meter high. Oh, these are the tracks, I see, sorry.
Detectors and cargo left. Maneuvering here must have been a nightmare.
Okay, so they came. Ooh. That's our last repellent charge. Wait, which way did they come from and which way did they go?
Looks like someone has already depleted this deposit.
Yeah. Because I thought that's them over there. So that would mean they came from back there? Anything else? Oh, there's a planetary sample. Should that take priority? Not right now. But I want to make sure that I have it on the map. Okay, it's not going on the map for some reason. That is a planetary sample, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, now it's on the map, so I'll find it again. I'd really like to get a way we don't have. I thought this was enriched thingamajig. Do we have a battery? No, let's not waste time and our last battery here. We don't need minerals. We have 78. We need metal pretty desperately actually at the moment. So this is where they came from, I think. Oops, what's down there? Rupidium. That's also very nice, but not what we need right now. And oh, production kitchen. We need to make sure we, instead of working on mush, We need to get the greenhouse going again. Let's put this on double upkeep. Wait, no, one upkeep is enough. Put the kitchen on... Put this on 20 meals for now. Or even 10 is enough. Since we're only 5 people for the moment, 10 meals actually covers 2 days. That should be enough. At least, yeah. I'm not sure if we're ever going to get more altars or maybe even our old crew back. Potentially. I'm not sure we managed to set up a metal outpost. Thank God I crafted all those radiation filters and repair kits. So now that we have organics, we're pretty chill. Okay, maybe check out this direction. Without walking into any more anomalies, because my shield is depleted. This looks like a time anomaly. Don't really want to go through that right now. Let's shoot the gap. I think I can place a travel pylon here. Whoa. Sure. What the hell is this?
Holy fuck. What's happening to me?
Let's... can I do anything with my... Yeah. Okay, I'm recharging. Okay, still nothing, still... Wait, there's one. No? Anything else? Ooh, that's trippy. Oh. No, you're a normal anomaly, I think. Whatever. What's going on? Maybe I need to look at one of the other windows, not the one in the middle? No? I don't get it. I'm getting dizzy. Let's move away from it. This is the middle, but there's nothing here. Alright, I'm out. And I think I need to go home. So let's hope that we're in range of our bridge pylon. Otherwise we'll be taking some rats here. Incoming radiation in 1 minute. I'm not sure if we're in range. I think we are. Whoa. I think we're not in line of sight mostly. There we go. Ooh, time dilation. Shit. Where's the edge of the time dilation? Can we make a connection? Ouch. Over here? There we go. Time to travel home. We did take a lot more rats than I would have wanted there. But we're alright. Let's talk to everyone who's willing. Hey, Mr. Scientist. I discovered a prism anomaly.
I thought you'd like to know that I ran into a completely new kind of anomaly. First thing that came to my mind was that it's some sort of a prism distortion.
Really? What gave you that thought?
Well, it behaved as if the reality around me suddenly split up into many different fragments.
Wise of you to bring it to me. Any observations on interaction?
Well, it didn't seem to do anything specific to me physically. No radiation. But it sure was messing with my brain. Felt as if I was in several different places at once.
In a way, you might have been.
Huh? You mean?
Remember how I told you that anomalies are places where our world intersects with the interworld? Well, what you're describing suggests a distortion in which it comes into contact with not one, but many proximity planes. Entering it is likely to evoke a sensation of being in several parallel realities at the same time. Calling it a prism is accurate, because it refracts your consciousness into many simultaneous states.
Need who needs altering. As if I didn't have enough reasons to lose my sanity.
Shit. As if I didn't have enough reasons to lose my sanity around here.
Oh, good point. You'd best not spend too much time inside them. Plus, I suppose it must make exploration very inconvenient.
That
Can I
it does.
destroy them like the others?
It should be possible. You just need to locate all of its cores and take them down one by one.
All right.
So I was
Thanks
on the
for
right
the
track. Maybe I wasn't patient enough. Conflict of values, contemplation room, yeah, we know all that. Our lessons, prism anomaly. Each part of the prism has its own core, which makes destroying them a difficult task. Spending too much time inside prism anomalies isn't advised, although we are yet to discover if they have a negative effect on the human neural system. Alright. Let's talk to the botanist. It's the last stretch.
So, this is it. The last stretch. How are you doing?
I'm pretty excited and anxious. I mean, you know, this is what I've been waiting for. Going back to Earth, being closer to Lena. We're so close.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but I agree with the sentiment. Is no one working in the greenhouse? No. That explains why no food is getting made. Let's talk to the refiner and we'll deal with the schedule tomorrow. Only a few more days until we get out of here. Well, fingers
Only
crossed.
a few more days, and we're getting out of here. How do you feel about that? I'm hopeful. You know, we're a bunch of good people, and we did something really amazing for the world. So, whatever happens, I'm good. Just a little sad that we didn't make it as a team. Would have been nice to celebrate together once we're on that ship.
It really does feel like home stretch. But I'm sure there's going to be one more twist. But we'll deal with that when it comes. For now, let's head to sleep. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.